All right. So you guys know about Doctor Who. I hope you guys do. I'm a big fan of Doctor Who. At least I used to be a big fan of Doctor Who. Started watching it, I think, probably about 10 years ago, I'd say. And really enjoyed it. With when it was this guy here in the green little sliver here on my screen. He was my favorite Doctor out of the bunch, and I really thought the show was great, and I really enjoyed it. Once this lady in the middle came about, I kind of stopped watching it, and not for any particular reason other than, I don't know, I kind of just started falling off of the storyline, and I just didn't really seek out watching it as much. It wasn't really like so much of a conscious decision as it was just naturally happened, and I didn't really get into it as much going in the last few years now. But apparently, we have a new Doctor. Now, again, this has been a show going on, Doctor Who, for a long time. I think it's what is it, the Britain's like oldest shows, or I don't know, like whatever it is. It's been around since like the 60s. Okay, it's been around for a long time, and this is kind of the revamped version that started back in 2005, and we are now on the 6th Doctor. Okay, this is what I've been looking into this a bit, but it kind of shocked me, and it didn't really shock me, I should say. But this is going to be the Doctor Who's new 6th Doctor. All right, and I think Doctor Who's just trying to check all the boxes at this point. So we have Nikuti Gatwa. Sorry, I think I have to say his name. I'm really bad with pronunciations. Nikuti Gatwa. All right, he's going to be the new Doctor for Doctor Who. It's a gay black man, which I don't actually have a problem with him playing the Doctor, as long as the story is good and the writing is good. Which what bothers me is lately it really hasn't been. I've watched some of the later episodes, and it's just not good. It's a lot of more virtue signaling kind of stuff, like I don't know, like going back in time to showcase how bad slavery was in America. And it's not, you know, we can all agree that slavery in America was bad back in the day, but that's not what Doctor Who was ever about, right? Again, it's a British show, and it used to be about this adventure and this sci-fi fantasy, time traveling, the Time Lord, and it's become more of like this subliminal messaging and virtue signaling. But I just kind of got a chuckle, and I wanted to cover this just because of, again, I'm a huge Doctor Who fan. I used to love Doctor Who. I used to watch it all the time. I think I've seen every episode up until this lady in the middle. I've only seen, I think, like half of what she's in, or maybe a little bit less than half. I hope they're not just hiring this guy, you know, because he's gay and because he's black, and they're just trying to check the boxes. You know, I hope that's not the case, and I hope they are actually focusing on the writing and trying to bring back the show, because the show is actually tanked. It's kind of dive bombed in public opinion. But yeah, so this guy was in another Netflix series. I think it was called Sex Education, which I have not seen. If you guys have seen it, maybe you recognize him. I don't know how he was. Maybe he's a great actor, which is good. Like, I have no problem, again, with him playing the role. We had the first female Doctor, right, which I thought was a little goofy and odd. You know, but hey, it works, and it's fine. As long as the writing works around it. That was the beauty of Doctor Who, and I always said this with Doctor Who, is that you have so much freedom, right? It's really, like, I feel like you have a lot of freedom to write with the show, because he's a Time Lord, and he can always regenerate, right? So he can kind of do whatever he wants as a Doctor. So you can always kind of have a plot and a storyline with Doctor Who. So he can really be whoever he wants. He can be a female, he can be gay, he can be black. It doesn't really matter who the Doctor is, and that's not really the point. It's just how the writing and how the narrative of the show and how the storytelling of the show has kind of progressed into this more like woke narrative and kind of thing. And with this new Doctor, I'm not too sure if that's kind of what they're still kind of going for. And yeah, David Tennant, that was his name. I thought he was a great Doctor, and I thought that the storytelling around like the seasons he played in was really, really good. The more the narrative now is like Doctor Who, it's about, oh, it's all like diversity and inclusiveness and yada yada yada, and in my experience that just ruins shows. It ruins the writing, it ruins what the show was supposed to be, and it when you start to try to progress that direction. And I want to kind of prove that with this point here. So we're on Rotten Tomatoes, right? And if we look at season 1 of Doctor Who, this was back in 2005. All right, we see the audience score at a score of 96%. That's really high, right? That's really good. And then if we go to season 2, 92% with 100% with the tomato meter. I think that was that critics. Yeah, okay. Season 3, another 94. Again, this is with the David Tennant as Doctor Who, as the Doctor, I should say. Really loved these. These are, if you haven't seen Doctor Who, I really suggest watching these seasons, these early seasons. Season 4, 98%. Like these were great. Great stories. Great. It was a great show. Season 5, 92%. Season 6, again, 88%. This is the first time it actually falls below 90%. This was in 2011. Now we're kind of going downhill again, 83%. It starts to kind of slowly fall off. And I feel bad because I was looking into it. This guy, Peter Capaldi, he comes in, and I thought he played the Doctor really well, right? Again, the writing in this, when he was playing the Doctor, I thought a lot of the episodes were pretty poor. I wasn't a fan of a lot of the episodes. I thought they were just kind of whatever. Like there's an episodes where like I think his screwdriver, if you've seen the show, you would know what I'm talking about. But his screwdriver, which is like his like do-all type of tool, is like it's like a guitar or something, and he's like playing guitar out in the middle of nowhere, and he's like this rock star. Like it just, I don't know, it got kind of cheesy, and I just wasn't a fan of it. But what I feel bad about is Peter here. Like he grew up like loving the show Doctor Who, like the original ones back in like the 60s and 70s and stuff. And so it just sucks that he gets the chance to play the Doctor and the writing just really starts to fall apart around this time. So season 9, going again, we're at 82% now. So still not absolutely terrible, but it's definitely gone down a lot. And then here we go. This is like, I think the last season with him in it is 69%. You know, it just starts to fall apart. Like the last few years, the show has just gotten really bad. Look at this. And then when she comes in, right, the lady in the middle, and it's not her as an actress, I don't think, because I don't think she was a bad actress. I've seen some of her stuff, but the writing of the show is just completely garbage compared to what it used to be. And I think that's what a lot of people are just not feeling. It's like it feels very forced, very pushed. Like there's a lot of narrative pushing, and that's what's bugging me about the show. So 20% audience score. Season 11, season 12, last year 2020, 16% audience score. It's just tanking, absolutely tanking, which is unfortunate. So I'm hoping that with this new Doctor, they're just not going to continue to tank and push this narrative. Hopefully the writing can pick up and get better. If any of you guys have seen the show Sex Education, I have not. I guess it's on Netflix. Let me know what you think of this actor. If you think he's going to do a good job or not. I just hope the show picks up. I might go back and watch some of the old ones. I do that from time to time. Like once a year, I'll go back and watch like the first few seasons of it because I really like the older episodes.